Self-described witch Natalia Malinovskaya has a new client base, men fighting in eastern Ukraine. It comes as a growing number of Russians are feeling drawn to the supernatural at a time of conflict and uncertainty. Most people ask for help with love problems, Malinovskaya says, including soldiers worried about their partners staying faithful. But speaking from her home in Moscow, she says she can only cast spells in person when the soldiers are on leave.
It's impossible to carry out a ritual at the front. Where would someone burn candles, and how would I send them there?
Interest in mysticism is high. Demand for crystal balls and protective amulets more than doubled in 2025, Russian cash register operator ATOL said in January, citing consumer spending data. In Moscow's witch store, co-owner Yulia Gusanova holds up some black obsidian spheres. They're in high demand, she says, thought to be a stone of safety. A January survey by state pollster Fitsium showed 85% of Russians have dabbled in magical practices. It pointed to heightened anxiety linked to geopolitical and economic headwinds, with Russian soldiers still fighting in Ukraine after some 4 years, a crisis that has hit Moscow's international standing, slowed the economy, and pushed up the cost of living. Though the trend is not all new. Orthodox Christianity, mysticism, and folk superstitions have coexisted in Russia for centuries. After the Soviet Union collapsed, the 1990s saw interest surge in divination and other supernatural practices, as did the final years of the Russian Empire. Voodoo-themed bar owner Yevgenia Chasanyad says a venue provides a much-needed distraction. It turned out that we matched perfectly with the moment, she says. But the revival has its opponents. Some lawmakers are trying to ban advertisements for services like astrology and energy healing. They warn these could lead to vulnerable people being exploited financially. The head of Russia's Orthodox Church backs the idea of a ban. Patriarch Kirill has decried the mass manipulative influence of fortune tellers and psychics. He has also said they involve a devilish power, implying a link with Satanism, which the Supreme Court outlawed last year. Asked if the church, which sometimes performs exorcisms, considered psychics as rivals, a spokesman for the church told Reuters that is missing the point. We don't exactly see them as competitors, Vakhtang Krupshidze says, because competition implies a struggle for clients. The witch Malinovskaya insists she has no issues with the church.
I think it would be better to make peace. I've never spoken out against the church. I always tell people to go to church.